Bayern Munich, keeping an eye on Cody Gakpo after Florian Wirtz's transfer twist. Sky Sports reporter claims Liverpool could battle Chelsea for £60 million forward. Fabrizio Romano report puts Liverpool one step closer to signing a £45 million star. Welcome, my fellow fan. Come check out the latest news from the greatest club in the world. Bayern Munich is considering a move for Liverpool forward Cody Gakpo, after seeing the English club take the lead in the race for Bayer Leverkusen's Florian Wirtz. According to Sky Germany, the Bavarian club turned its attention to the 26-year-old Dutchman after losing ground in their attempt to sign the German star. For much of the year, Bayern was seen as the frontrunner for Wirtz, one of the most promising midfielders in European football. The German club intended to make him their marquee summer signing. However, Liverpool pulled ahead in the negotiations after meeting with the player's family earlier this month, a clear sign of concrete interest from the Reds. The English club's move was publicly confirmed by Simon Rolfs, Bayer Leverkusen's managing director, during the unveiling of Erik ten Hag as the club's new manager, following Xabi Alonso's departure to take charge at Real Madrid. Rolfs admitted Liverpool's strong interest and acknowledged that the 22-year-old player could leave the Bundesliga for a fee estimated at $169 million, roughly £126 million. With the possibility of losing Wirtz to English rivals, Bayern quickly sought alternatives to strengthen their attack. Cody Gakpo has emerged as one of manager Vincent Kompany's top targets. The Reds forward had a solid season, contributing 18 goals and 7 assists in Liverpool's Premier League title-winning campaign. However, signing Gakpo won't be easy. Liverpool sporting director Michael Edwards is known as a tough negotiator and is unlikely to let one of the club's most productive players go without a fight. The Dutchman still has a key role in new coach Arne Slot's plans, who is looking to strengthen the squad to compete for every possible title next season, including the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, and Community Shield. Bayern's search for a new attacker has also intensified following the departure of Leroy Sane, whose contract expires this summer. The former Manchester City player ended his stint at Allianz Arena after 4 seasons, having scored 13 goals and provided 6 assists in his final campaign. To fill that gap, Bayern is also monitoring other major targets, such as Brighton's Kaoru Mitoma and Milan's Rafael Leao. Arne Slot, aware of the market movements and the interest in his players, recently told Sky Sports, "It would be strange if we were completely different. But we have to adapt. If there's an opportunity to strengthen the squad, that's what we'll try to do." With the transfer window heating up and European giants making strong moves, the next chapters promise to be intense, especially for Liverpool and Bayern Munich, who are battling on and off the pitch for Europe's most coveted names. Amid the deep restructuring Liverpool is undergoing with the arrival of manager Arne Slot, one name is gaining traction behind the scenes at Anfield: João Pedro, Brighton's forward. At just 23 years old, the Brazilian represents more than youth and potential. He embodies the exact profile of a player who could be decisive in the Reds' new tactical setup. Versatile, intelligent, dynamic, and already adapted to the Premier League. According to journalist Rob Dorset, João Pedro is open to negotiations with Chelsea, provided the London club reaches an agreement with Brighton. So far, no official offer has been made, but the estimated value is around £60 million, a considerable amount, but relatively fair in the current market, especially for a player capable of immediate impact. Though he scored fewer goals than in the previous season, with 17 goals and 7 assists in 2024-25, João Pedro showed significant growth in tactical maturity and football intelligence. His ability to link up with teammates like Kaoru Mitoma and Yankuba Minte revealed a new dimension in his game. He is no longer just a finisher. Now, he actively contributes to offensive build-up, drops deep to get involved, and offers creative solutions while remaining efficient in front of goal. Reports from the English press already compare him to Roberto Firmino, not just due to his Brazilian roots, but also for his game reading and off-the-ball movement. João Pedro has learned to drop back when needed, operate between the lines, and give fluidity to attacking plays. This hybrid role, part creator, part finisher, is exactly what Liverpool missed last season. Darwin Núñez, despite his effort and potential, was inconsistent. In many games, he lacked the composure, precision, and collective awareness required for a striker in Liverpool's system. Another key advantage for João Pedro is his Premier League experience. Unlike some continental prospects Liverpool has considered in past windows, he wouldn't need time to adapt. He's already accustomed to the intensity, pace, and demands of English football. That makes him even more valuable, especially with Arne Slot aiming to implement a faster, more dynamic and attacking style of play without sacrificing tactical organization. While £60 million is a significant investment, it could be strategic if the club decides to focus part of its budget on players like Florian Wirtz. In that context, João Pedro would represent a market opportunity with quick returns. But there's a risk. Chelsea is seen as the favorite to sign him, and Manchester United is also monitoring the situation. The competition is fierce, and if Liverpool hesitates, they could lose another target to Premier League rivals, as has happened in recent deals. From the fans' perspective, João Pedro fills several gaps that became clear last season. It's not just about scoring goals, though the team does need more attacking presence. It's also about tactical balance, decision-making ability, and fluidity in collective play. Pedro offers all of that. If the club manages to sign the forward for £60 million and still reinforce other areas such as defense and midfield, this could be one of Liverpool's most well-planned transfer windows in recent years. The decision is in Liverpool's hands. João Pedro is ready. The Premier League already knows him, and the fans are waiting for concrete answers in the market. Liverpool is strategically moving in the transfer market, and one name gaining momentum behind the scenes is Milos Kirz, the left-back from Bournemouth. According to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, the Reds' interest in the 21-year-old Hungarian has recently taken a significant step forward, and the opportunity seems more real than ever, especially after Manchester City shifted its attention to another target, Rayan Aït-Nouri from Wolverhampton. Romano reported that Manchester City contacted Wolves to understand the negotiation terms for Aït-Nouri, placing the Algerian at the top of Pep Guardiola's shortlist for the left-back position. This seemingly small move could have a major impact for Liverpool. With City out of the race for Kirz, the path to Anfield is now clearer. In a competitive market like this one, that's a considerable advantage. The need to strengthen the left-back position is evident at Anfield. Andy Robertson, one of the defensive pillars of the Klopp era, remains a reliable player. But at 31 years old with only 2 years left on his contract, the club must start planning for the future. Kostas Tsimikas, who arrived in 2020 as the immediate backup, hasn't seriously challenged Robertson for the starting role, and is rumored to be available for transfer this window if a replacement is secured. In this context, signing Milos Kirz would make sense both sportingly and financially. Milos Kirz is seen as a strategic and safe signing for Liverpool. Already tested in the Premier League by Bournemouth, the left-back was originally signed by Richard Hughes, now Liverpool's sporting director, which could ease a potential transfer and adaptation process. Valued at around £45 million, Kirz offers a mix of youth, experience, and potential for growth. His signing aligns with Arne Slot's tactical vision, which seeks more offensive and versatile full-backs. With strong performances in advanced areas, the Hungarian is an ideal piece for Liverpool's new style of play. The possible signing of Kirz also fits into a broader scenario of squad overhaul. Players like Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota are rumored to be potential departures if significant offers arise. The potential arrival of Milos Kirz signals a strategic move by the club to intelligently and proactively renew the squad. With players like Luis Diaz, Harvey Elliott, and Jarell Quansah facing uncertainty, Kirz emerges as a young, promising, and already Premier League adapted option. His connection with Richard Hughes, the new sporting director, and the absence of Manchester City in the race further reinforce the viability of this deal. More than just a replacement for Robertson, Kirz represents Liverpool's intent to remain competitive while building a new era under Arne Slot. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.